Excuse me, have you a glass? Well, I mean, any sort of glass, a pocket mirror will do. Well, even if you won't speak to me, you might lend me a glass.
Oh, don't worry, I have a glass in my bag. It's gone. You must have taken it from me at the entrance.
How tiresome.
Oh, what's the matter?
When I don't have a glass, I begin to wonder if I really truly exist. I mean, I pat myself to make sure, but it doesn't really help.
You're lucky. I'm always conscious of myself.
And I know I put on my lipstick all crooked. That's it. That's it. I simply cannot do without a glass forever. I simply can't.
Suppose I try and be your glass. Come pay me a visit. There's room for you on my sofa.
But
He doesn't count.
we're going to hurt each other. You said so yourself.
Do I look as if I wanted to hurt you?
One can never tell.
Much more likely, you'll hurt me. Still, what does it matter if I've got to suffer? May as well be at your hands. Your pretty hands. Come sit down. Come closer. Closer. Now look into my eyes. What do you see?
Oh, I'm there! But I'm so tiny I can't see myself properly.
But I can. Every inch of you. There must be questions. I'll be as candid as any looking glass.
Are you sure, Mr. Carson, that our talk isn't bothering you?
Oh, don't worry about him. As I said before, he doesn't count. We're by ourselves. Ask away.
Are my lips all right?
Show. No, they're a bit smudgy.
Thought so. Luckily no one's seen me since I've come in. How about now?
No, follow the line of your lips. Oh, here, I'll guide your hand. There, that's quite good.
As good as I came in?
Far better. Crueler. Your mouth looks quite diabolical that way.
Gracious! And you say you like it. How maddening it is not to be able to have a looking glass. Are you sure, Miss Serrano, that it looks all right?
Oh, won't you call me Inez?
Are you sure it looks all right?
You're lovely, Estelle.
But how can I rely upon your taste? Is it the same as my taste?
I have your taste because I like you so much. Now sit down. Straight. Smile. See, I'm not so ugly either. Am I not nicer than your glass?
Well, I don't know. You scare me, rather. My glass never did that. Something that I knew. Something that I attained.
Why shouldn't you tame me? Listen, why should you call me Inez? We must be great friends.
I don't make friends with women easily.
Hello, what is that nasty red spot at the bottom of your cheek? A pimple?
What, where?
There. It's right there. There isn't any pimple. Not a trace of one. But what if the mirror were to start telling lies? Yeah, or what if I covered my eyes as he's doing and all your loveliness was wasted on desert air? No, don't be afraid. I can't help looking at you. I can't take my eyes away.
Are you really attracted to me?
Very much indeed.
But I wish he'd notice me too.
Yeah, because he's a man. Look at her, damn it. Don't pretend you haven't heard every word we said.
Quite so. Not a single word. I put my fingers in my ears, but your voice is thudded around in my brain. Now, will you two leave me in peace? I'm not interested in you.
Yeah, not in me perhaps, but what of this child? Are you not interested in her?
I ask you to leave me in peace. Gomez is talking about me, and I want to listen. And if it'll make you any happier, I've no use for the child, as you call her.
It's her fault. She's the one who offered me her glass.
So you say, but all the while you were making up to him, trying every trick to catch his attention.
But why shouldn't I?
You're crazy. Both of you. Don't you see where this is leading us? Now will you shut your mouths and try to forget the others are there?
Oh, forget about the others? How utterly absurd. I feel you there in every pore. And what of Estelle? You've stolen her from me. Do you think if you weren't here, she'd treat me as she does? No, 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 no. Take your hands from your face. I won't leave you in peace. You go on sitting there. And even if I didn't see it, I'd feel it in my bones that every rustle of her dress was for your benefit. Throwing you smiles you didn't see. Well, I won't stand for that. I prefer to choose my hell.
Have it your own way. I suppose we were bound to come to this. So I attract you, little girl. It seems you were making eyes at me.
Don't touch me.
Why not? We may as well stop posing. We've nothing to lose. Why trouble about politeness and decorum and the rest of it? We're between ourselves, and presently we shall be naked as newborn babes.
Let me be.
Naked as we were born, so much the better. I want to know whom I have to deal with.
You know already.
You're wrong. So long as each of us hasn't made a clean breast of it, why they've damned him or herself, we know nothing. Nothing that matters. You, young lady, shall begin. Why? If you are frank, if we bring our specters into the open, perhaps it shall save us. So out with it. Why?
I told you I haven't the notion. They wouldn't tell me why.
And so? They wouldn't tell me either, but I've a good idea. Perhaps you're shy in speaking first. Right. I'll lead off. I'm not a very estimable person.
Ah, no need to tell us that. We know you were a deserter.
That was only a side issue. I'm here because I treated my wife abominably. That's all. For 5 years. Naturally, she's suffering still. Well, there she is. The moment I mention her, I see her there. Oh, they've given her back my things. She's sitting by the window with my coat on her knees. The coat with the 12 bullet holes. The blood's like rust. The brown ring around each hole. It's quite a museum piece, that coat, and I used to wear it. Fancy. Oh, come on, love. Won't you shed a tear? Oh, well, surely you'll squeeze one out. No? Night after night, I came home blind drunk, stinking of wine and women. My wife set it up and waited for me, of course, but she never uttered a word of reproach.
Why would you hurt her like that?
Because it was so easy. A word was enough to make her flinch, like a sensitive plant. The truth is, she admired me too much. Does that mean anything to you?
No, no one admired me.
So much the better. Here, let me give you an example. I brought a young girl to stay with us. My wife slept upstairs, so she must have heard everything. She was an early riser, and as the girl and I stayed in bed late, she served us our morning coffee.
You brute.
Yes, a brute if you like, but a well-beloved brute, certainly. Else, why should I be here? Your turn.
Well, I was what some people down there called a damned bitch. Damned already, so it's no surprise being here.
Is that all you have to tell me?
No, there was also the affair with Florence. Dead man's tale with 3 corpses to it. First his, then she and mine, so there's no one left.